The last week of every month, we come your way with the Q&A section of the Study Abroad podcast. We know you probably want to work on the process or you've started working on it. And so you have questions for us. And that's why we are here to respond to them. If you want to study anywhere in the world, just request, type your questions in the comment section. And then myself and Ben, who is currently in the UK, has experience studying in Ghana, in India, and currently also, had just graduated from a master's degree in the UK. We'll be coming your way with the University of the Week. Which university should you be targeting? And then also we come your way with some universities you can apply for free. Remember, you can type your questions in the chat. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. We are also live on X, Instagram, and TikTok. If you want to talk to us on TikTok, you can just request or approve it. And then you ask us your questions. We'll be happy to respond to them. Where are you in the study abroad process? Start typing your questions in the chat. At the moment, if you're working on your US process, there are still interview dates available today before coming on live. This live section, they release a lot of dates. Don't worry if your date is in somewhere October or November, no problem. What you need to do is to be able to select the available date. When you do that, you have an opportunity to reschedule 2 times. And so you can either put in emergency request or what we call expedited appointment. Make sure your service fee is paid. You put in the request, it will be approved, and then you'll be able to get a closer date. Alternatively, if you're not ready, just monitor the calendar and you will be able to reschedule to a closer date, let's say July, May, or June. It will be very important that you communicate with your university. So let them know that, you have secured a date, you put an emergency request or you're putting emergency request. Remember, mostly if you have an assistantship or a graduate assistantship, a research assistantship from the university, they will expect you to report at a certain date. Try and communicate as much as possible with the international affairs, the person you're going to work with, maybe the professor or the director of the program, so that they know that you are making progress to come. Also, if you need help making any payment when it comes to your study abroad process, working on the WES evaluation, or any other evaluation, if you want to pay a visa application fee, is a weekend, but you can only pay it with a MasterCard or Visa card, and you want to wait till Monday because of how the dates are running. It will be better to get in touch with a Fred Effect team. We'll make the payments for you, and you can go ahead and secure it. Also, if you want to pay what we call the service fee, if you're a Ghanaian, remember you gain admission to the US institution, you get your I-20. You cannot pay the service fee from Ghana, so you need someone in the US to pay for you, and that's why we are making the process simple. When I was in Bole Bamboy, it was a struggle. Shout out to Isaac who made the payments for me. Now I am here to assist you to also make the payment. So just send us a message on any of our platforms. We'll be happy to help you. Ben, how are you doing? And how is the UK?
Yeah, Fred, thank you for asking. By the grace of God, everything is fine. How are you too?
Yeah, I'm okay. So today is a Q&A session. A lot of people have already requested wanting to ask us questions, and we'll kick it stuff from there. So if you have a question, type it in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching us from. Shout outs to Rema Joy, and then shout outs to AI Consult M. Okay, so last week, the guest we had on the podcast showed us how you can use AI to work on your process. Writing statement of purpose, writing emails, searching for schools, and all that. If you have not watched that video, you've missed a lot. Please go back to the channel, check out the live section under the YouTube. It's live on Facebook, live on X, live on YouTube. Check it out, and then it will help you. Remember, we've had a lot of sessions already. So we'll bring people who want to ask us questions on, and then we'll be able to answer your questions from there. And then if you need help to work on your process, just shoot us a message on Instagram. Remember, it's a video, so you need to put your video on if you want to ask us questions. And because it's a video, you need to make sure that you've muted the device you're watching us on. It makes it easier for us to have a clear sound. Okay, let's see who is on. Hi, Richard. Richard Mouse. Kindly unmute your microphone, put your video on if you want to talk. Hi, Richard. Hello, Richard. Okay, so I think Richard is not ready. Hi, is it Mark Anthony? Hi, Tony. Is it MC Tony? Hello, Tony. Okay. Okay, someone saying it's lights out in Ghana. Okay, I see. Let's see who is ready. Hi, Winfred. Winfred, let me know if you can hear me. You have to unmute your microphone if you want to ask your question. Okay. So Rima is asking, with a low CGPA and a score of 295 GRE, can I gain admission to a graduate school? So yes, you can. So you have to, first of all, it will be great if you state your specific CGPA. This is what you can do. You can put a lot of effort into evaluating your transcript. Now, normally, if you have a low CGPA, the WES specifically, evaluation will push your CGPA up, and then that will probably put you across, maybe a 3.0 mark or so, depending on what exactly your CGPA is. Also, you pay attention to your resume, right? You should get expert help in terms of refining your resume to suit the program you want to apply to. Write a very good statement of purpose, and you can have an opportunity to also explain why you had a low CGPA. That will be super helpful. So thank you for asking, Rema. You can also type your questions in the chat. I'll be happy to respond to them. Let's see who is on. So if you want to come on, please put your video on, and then I'll put you on, and then we can talk. So that is Rema watching us on YouTube. Nanajaman is watching us from on YouTube as well. On Facebook, let's see. Okay, so watching live from Paris. Good work. God bless you. Joseph Owusu is watching us on Facebook. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Christopher. Let me know if you can hear me, Christopher. Ben, can you hear me? Hi, Christopher. Okay. I'm not audible. Can anyone hear me? Ben, can you hear me? Okay. What's happening?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Nikita was saying I wasn't audible. Let me know if you can hear me in the comments. Can you please hear me? Yes. Okay. Great. Awesome. Hi, Christopher. Okay. All right. Christopher is not ready. Let's see who else. Thank you for letting me know. Great. Daniel, thank you for letting me know. All right. So Prince is saying, my name is Prince. I recently graduated from the University of Cape Coast with a CGP of 3.5 and a degree in nursing, but I'm confused about programs to get funded. Somebody with a 3.5 CGPA, Ben, in the UK, are there opportunities for such an individual?
Yeah, there's a huge opportunity. In one way or the other, the UK system, the grading system is more like the Ghanaian system. So with a CGP of 3.5, you shouldn't worry about admission. And then with the UK, getting admission is usually not a problem. Even sometimes, it must not necessarily be related to your background. The program you want to apply must not necessarily related to your background. But of course, the issue has to do with how to secure full funding. It's not all the schools that give full funding. So that's the only issue. But as to securing admission with 3.5 GPA, in fact, you're a hot cake, let me put it that way. And in schools like Nottingham Trent University with this CGPA, you are likely to get higher achiever scholarship, which is sometimes 50% or 70% of the fees you are supposed to pay.
Awesome. So Pat, I'll come to you. So get ready when then you can ask your question. But yeah, if you have a bachelor's degree in nursing in the US, there are a lot of opportunities. So you can apply to any health related program. And what the good thing about the STEM field is that you can even target a PhD directly, especially because you have a very strong CGPA. So you can look at maybe public health, you can look at gerontology, healthcare administration, and you can look at either a master's in nursing or a PhD in nursing. Of course, if you prefer public health too, that's also great. So what you need to do is to be able to put all your documents together. So the transcript, certificate, recommendations, English proficiency and all that. Then you start emailing these universities that offer these programs, share your transcript with them and ask if you can submit your application. So bachelor's in nursing, a lot of options. Also, if you've written the NCLEX, there are a lot of institutions that would, employ you, and then you can come with what we call the EB3, which is a straight green card. Hi, Pat, how you doing?
Very good, Fred. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. Please, what's your question?
So I had admission. It's a PhD program, and they gave me partial scholarship, and the deficit is like $13,000. I'm trying to see if is it possible that I'll get a visa with that deficit.
Even people with more than that get their visa approved. So congrats on the admission. So Pat is joining us on TikTok. If you can hear, let me know if you can hear her in the comment section. Yeah, so the focus will be on you putting in a good preparation for the interview. Understand that some individuals do not even get scholarship at all. When it comes to studying abroad, initially people used to think that if your parents have money, then you are able to study up. That means that parents were able to submit a bank statement. Is that not it?
Yeah.
Good. So if you have an amount of scholarship from the school and then you have a 13,000 deficit, getting the visa depends on your preparation and how you're able to answer questions and also go through the DS-160 application where you put in and fulfilling the F1 visa requirement. So mostly what we advise people to do is to be able to get the document that we call the 214B document, which explains why people are refused the visa, and make sure that you prepare in line with these requirements: home ties, how to fund your education, applying to a good school, demonstrating that you are a good student, demonstrating that you're going to come back, which ties into obviously the home ties. So the preparation for the interview is very important, and not necessarily only the funding aspect. And of course, your ability to get the I-20 means that you've been able to prove to the school you can fund it, and that's why you got your I-20 in the first place. What program is it, if you are willing to share?
It's Applied Linguistics and Discourse Studies.
Okay, and which institution is it?
University of Memphis.
Okay, that's a good school. And so what you want to do is that when you are making progress with the process, like for example, if you're able to get your I-20, email the department here, or if you've been assigned to an advisor, let them know you are coming, and then you can still be hinting on if there is any funding available to cover for the 13,000, they should let you know. So as you make progress, and sometimes, those are estimations. When you get here, things might definitely change. So yeah, congrats on your admission. And thank you for joining us as well. All right. If you have questions on TikTok, you can request and join us. And then you can also request and join us live. Hi, Tete. How are you doing?
I'm good, Mr. Fred. How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you for asking. What's your question? Is your question to Ben or myself?
To you yourself, please.
Okay, go ahead.
I had admission from Lehigh University for Masters in Energy System Engineering.
Okay.
I have 10 years working experience. I've worked in the power plant industry, but I still have some deficits with the tuition fee. So I applied for an Empower loan just to take off the deficits.
Right.
But in this place, when I was working, I made some private savings.
Okay.
With a private financial institution. So I have some money there that generates some amount to me monthly. So I want to ask that, can I use that document when I'm going to the visa, and use that one as the means to pay my deficit whilst I'm away?
That's a very good question. First of all, congrats on your admission, and I like the program. So the document you're going to use for the interview should be the document that you submitted to the school for your I-20 to be released. So
Okay.
you should be consistent with what the university took to release your I-20 when you are going for the visa interview. So in this case, if this is the document you sent to the school for your I-20 to be released,
Right.
then yes, you should be able to go with it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you very much. Thank you.
Great. All the best. And if you are preparing for the visa interview, remember the Fred Effect team has a free mock interview section platform WhatsApp group that you can join. Just send us a message on any of our platforms. We'll be happy to add you to it. All right. Let's see. You can just request and join us. You can also request live on TikTok, and we'll be happy to respond to your questions. All right. So Ben, let's talk about the various preparation when you have your documents and you have to prepare for. In the UK, we know there is no visa interview required, but what actually goes into the consulate or the embassy approving somebody who is going to study in the UK's visa?
Okay, that is a very good question. So usually we know, as in the US, you need the I-20
Yes.
before you can apply for the visa. In UK, you need the CAS. And of course, it's the same process. So the CAS is being issued by your the institution you are attending. So what the CAS does is that before it gets to the, or before you get it, the embassy is already aware. And for instance, if you meet English language proficiency, it is your university that will verify. So they will state on it that you've met the English language requirement, and it will be stated on your card. So what it means is that the embassy or the home office will not worry about your English proficiency or anything. So the moment you get your CAS, it means you are halfway through, because by then you have also proved your finances. You have also proved that you'll be able to pay the remaining balance of your fees. And you know, the one thing is that before you even get a CAS, most of the universities will allow you to pay the minimum deposit. So that one also speaks volume to your visa process. So when you get the CAS, it's like you are like 70% true. You are 70% true, because by the time you get it, it means English language requirement, financial requirement, everything, you are true with that. Now, this what happened. The moment you put in the application, it's mandatory that you pay health insurance. Unlike the UK, the US, that even though the health insurance is on your I-20 bed, you must come to the US before you pay your health insurance. So me paying my health insurance before I put in the application also tells that the chances of getting your visa approved is very high. I don't know if you get the argument. So by the time you pay your health insurance and then you pay your visa fee, it means you are halfway through. So all that you do is, the document you submitted to your school for your admission to be given is almost the same document you're going to submit. Maybe the other different thing you add that perhaps you didn't send to your school is your TB set certificate. Okay, so as long as you get your CAS, you pay for your health insurance, your chances of getting your visa approved is very, very high. Unless maybe there is that kind of inconsistency. So for instance, you know, the home office expects you, apart from the fees, your remaining fees balance, there is an amount of money the home office is expecting you to have it in addition to your bank statement, which is known as the living expenses. And that one depends on the city that you find yourself. So for instance, if your school is in London, it's a bit higher. And then when your school is far away from the bigger cities, it's a bit lower. So when you're able to show that funding on your, like you're able to show that funding in addition to the remaining balance of your fees, then it means that they have no issue to deny you. So this is where the problem is. the UK in most cases expect your sponsor to be either yourself or your parents. If maybe it's your employer, they want that kind of higher standard. Let's say you work with the government of Ghana, and then the government of Ghana is the one sponsoring you. So on that note, a letter from the Office of Bank of Ghana is accepted. But if it happens that you are bringing in a letter from, let's say, Kofi Manu Mobile Money Enterprise, then it is being seen as a red flag, which will lead to further investigation. And these are the minor checks that if you don't take care, you may get your visa denied. So if you get your CAS, you put in the application. Now, when it comes to the financial statement, even if the person is your uncle, and you can plead for the person to push the money into your own personal account, that would be perfect, because the moment you get it, I remember in my case, when after submitting all my documents, they said, okay, it's 21 working days. But I was surprised within, I think, less than 7 days, I got my visa approved, because they reviewed everything and they realized that, like, what are they delaying me for? So when they see that financially everything is okay, like you have followed all the rules and the 28 rules still work. So what it means is that by the time you submit your application, there should be that 28 gestation period, which means that the money you need to show should be in the account for like 28 days minimum. So
Okay.
if they check all these because it's a very important requirement. So if they see that you've met all these requirements, Nana, there's no way you are going to be denied, unless
right.
maybe there's some other issues that is inconsistent to your application. Other than that, your chances is very, very high.
So Ben just explained the visa application process of easily getting your visa approved as a student going to the UK. Now, Robert is asking this question: how can you, as a Ghanaian, prove an English proficiency when applying to schools in the UK? Can it be by using the letter of proficiency from the undergraduate institution? How do you prove English proficiency when applying to the UK?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. So in most cases, most of the universities, they don't want issues. So what they would do is that they will let you submit your WASSCE results.
Okay.
So if you get minimum of, is it minimum or maximum? I have to be careful. Minimum of C6, minimum of C6 for WASSCE, it means that you have met the English language requirement. That is, if you are not ready to go and write IELTS, because they accept IELTS too. And then the IELTS, I think now is either 6.0 or 6.5. I have to be sure about that. It used to be 6.0, but now they have increased the English language requirement. So I'm sure it's going to be 6.5. So if you have WASSCE, and your English score is C6, that is, when you are 6s, you are good to go. And then if you are using SSCE, so there is difference between the WASSCE and then the SSCE. So the SSCE people, I think they completed somewhere 2006 or something like that. So with those people, if you are able to get D7 in English, it means that you meet the English language requirement. So most schools, what they do is they will tell you to buy the WAEC checker because they are aware of our system. So it means that you can't fake. So please, if your resource is not good, don't make that attempt, because they'll let you buy the checker. You send it to them. My school, Nottingham Trent University, they took a checker, a WASSCE resource checker. So they verified. So on my CAS, it was stated on it that I meet the English language requirement. So it was stated clearly. So the possibility of the schools letting you submit results checker is very high. Some schools are flexible. When you submit your WESI results and they go through, they see that it ceases, you are good to go. And then they also have a way of checking, like if you're able to complete university, which you were taught in English, like for 4 years. The universities, some of the universities also have a way of using your first degree or your bachelor's degree. They have a way of checking for you to meet the English language requirements. But as I said, it differs from universities to universities. So it depends on the university you are applying and then the measure that you are using. But so far as the UK in general is concerned, WASI, SSE, and then IELTS, and then you being able to complete a university from an English taught program, a first degree from an English taught program, they can look at all these dimensions to determine whether you have met the English language requirement or not. So that letters from our universities, they don't work, because I was having one, but my university didn't accept it. I have to buy WASI check.
Right. If you want to apply to universities in the US too, remember that if you for high school, once you are from Ghana, you just have to take an English proficiency letter from your school indicating that you did all your courses in English. You are applying from an English-speaking country, which is Ghana, and so you can speak and write English proficiently. So remember, some universities will still require you to produce the IELTS or TOEFL or even write Duolingo. But you need to understand that once you're applying as a Ghanaian or from an English-speaking country, you may not need it. The same for bachelor's degree. So when I was applying to Ohio University, what I did was to take, the English proficiency letter from UCC indicating that I did all my courses in English, and then that is enough to fulfill the English proficiency requirements. So, Robert, thank you for asking. You can also type your questions in the chat. If you are joining us now, remember, this is the Study Abroad podcast with a Fred Effect. Every weekend on Saturday, we come your way to be able to educate you on how you can study abroad, either applying for yourself, you're applying for your spouse, or maybe you are in the middle of the process. And then we have, created different platforms that we share ideas and information on. So you can follow us on TikTok. On TikTok, we have over 200,000 family members. And then on YouTube, we are close to 185,000. And then on Facebook, we are close to 160 something thousand. Also on Twitter or X, we are over 50,000 family members. Just join us there and be part of the biggest Study Abroad content platform. We also have a WhatsApp platform, which is for those preparing for visa interview. Understand that with this visa process in terms of the US, you will need help to prepare. The DS1C is bulky. We will review it for you. And also the Fred Effect team has collaborations with Argo Visa. So on 2nd May, we'll be interviewing an ex-visa officer live on this podcast. Be sure not to mix it. They have a lot of ideas to share. Let's see if David can speak to us. David, can you please hear me? Hi, David. If you want to join us live in the studio, you can use the link I'm sharing on the various platforms. And remember, when you enter the studio, you need to put your video on. If you do not have questions, you can then watch us on YouTube or any of our other platforms. So please do that. But if you want to ask a question, you join us in the studio. We'll bring you on. Please put on your video so that you can talk to us. Hi, David. Can you please hear me? Hi, David. Okay. I think David cannot hear me. When you join, try and put your video on so we can hear you loud and clear. So Richard is asking, hi everyone. I have HND Empire. If you could unmute your microphone, we can listen to you after I read this one. So hi everyone. I have HND, BSc, and MSc certificate. So if I want to apply to a school, do I need to submit my MSc transcript? Ben, what do you think? If you want to apply to a UK school, you have HND, you have a BSc and then MSc. When you're applying, do you have to submit your MSc certificate?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Ben.
The question, I don't applying to. I don't. I don't know what Richard is trying to apply to, but you need to submit transcript. It's very, very important, because
Okay.
the certificate in itself doesn't speak volume. It's a transcript that most of the universities base their decision on. So you need to submit transcripts. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Richard, what happens is that it depends on what you're applying for. If you have a complete transcript and you're applying for a master's or a PhD, it will be important to submit all these documents. I'm sure you want to apply for a second master's. That's no problem. You can, personally, I had a master's degree before applying for my second master's. So it's no problem if you want to apply for a second master's and still want to add it. Hi, Empire. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you, my brother?
I'm okay. Please go ahead with your question.
Sorry, I'm receiving some treatment, so my condition may not be.
No problem. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, my question is that I have a HND in civil engineering. I also completed my PhD topper
Okay.
at KNUST.
Right.
So my reason is that I wanted to find out whether there are available options where I can get master in engineering, maybe in civil or construction engineering in the USA.
Okay. So what so you are considering applying to schools in the USA. Is the HND 3 years or 2 years?
It's 3 years.
How about the bachelor's?
The bachelor is a top up in 2.5 years.
Okay. So what you have to do is that to be able to make your qualification understandable to the institutions here, you need to go through what we call the transcript evaluation. What the evaluation will do is that it will merge your diploma and then your top up, giving you a single transcript and a single CGPA that will be understandable to the educational system here. So me being a Ghanaian, if you tell me you have a diploma and a top up, I 100% understand. But to make it understandable to the foreign educational system, the WES evaluation or the transcript evaluation will help. So after the evaluation, now you have your HND transcript or your HND subjects or courses combined with the bachelor's courses, and then they will calculate the overall credit hours as well as the total CGPA. Now you have two different CGPAs: a CGPA for the diploma and a CGPA for the top up. But what the evaluation will do is to combine the two of them, giving us a single transcript, a single CGPA. That means it can easily be compared with somebody who have a straight 4-year bachelor's degree. And this will make it easy for them to understand your qualification and be able to give you admission. Now, engineering program, if you have that done, you can apply to a direct PhD in engineering, or you can apply to a master's in engineering. And mostly, you definitely have a scholarship. If you need help to work on the transcript evaluation, you can send us a message and our team will be happy to assist you. Thank you for joining, Empire. Let's go to Sandra. Mr. Richard, if you want to ask a question, you have to unmute your microphone and then put on your video. If not, you have to watch us on the other platforms. Sandra. Hi, Sandra. How are you doing?
I'm good by God's grace. I'm sorry, it's because I'm in the kitchen, that's why. My question,
no problem. We are.
yeah, my question is, I have full funding, and then I got my I-20 with the admission, my offer letter, because I asked the school if I would
Right.
need a bank statement for it, and they said no. But now what I want to know is, do I have to use another bank statement when I'm going to for the visa interview? Like, can I add any other?
So yeah, so congrats on your admission. So what happens is that there's a part of the DS-160 or the visa application process that asks for entity paying for the trip. Depending on what you put there, that would dictate whether you're going to need a bank statement for the interview or not. All right, it looks like Sandra is busy in the kitchen and all that. He's showing us some yams at the background and all that. All right, so hopefully her question is being answered. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Derek Odro. Hi, Derek. How are you doing? Please unmute your microphone and let's go on. Go ahead, Derek.
Yes. Let's see. Derek Odro. Hi, Derek. How are you doing? Please, I'm doing good. Thanks for the opportunity. Microphone and
Go ahead. We can hear
Go
you,
ahead,
Derek.
Derek.
Yes, please. My question is regards to the university
Can
that
you
I'm
can you
applying
can you
to.
please mute the device closer to you? It makes it easier because we are having a feedback. If you can mute the device you are listening to us on, then you are speaking to us now. It makes it easier. All right, go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yes, please. My question is
All right. Looks like Derek has internet issues, internet connection issues. So hopefully he's able to connect and then we can talk to him. Let's see. So this one is from UK. So Ben, he said I had admission for an MSc in Education Leadership and Management with a merit scholarship of £5,500 or euros. Okay, deposit of €4,000. I want to apply for the Get Fund scholarship. Is it achievable, Ben? What do you have to say about this? Ben, please go ahead. Can you hear me?
The network was lagging. Let me see. I had admission for MSc in Education Leadership and Management with a merit scholarship of 5,500, a deposit of 4,000. I want to apply for the Get Fund scholarship. Is it achievable? Okay, at the moment, I don't really know much about the Get Fund scholarship in Ghana. I don't know how things are going over there, so I can't speak much about it. But there is no harm in trying. As long as you are not going to be killed for applying, then I will advise you, I will encourage you to apply. If you get, fine. If you don't get, we move on. At least the merit scholarship is huge, 5,500. I don't know if you deduct it from the actual fees, how much deficit will be remaining. But go ahead and then try to get fund. I know a lot of people, like not a lot. I think I've met 2 people who said they were sponsored through Get Fund, but personally,
Right.
I've not researched into it and I've not engaged with Get Fund, so I don't really know how their system works. But let's keep on and apply and hope for the better.
All right. So Chris is joining us. Hi, Chris. How are you doing? You have to unmute your microphone, Chris. Chris, how are you doing? Hi, Chris. Chris, you have to unmute your microphone to be able to talk to us. Ben, can you hear me? All right, let's talk to Elder. Hi, Elder. How are you doing? Yeah, what's your question?
Please, I have
Are you using a headset? It makes it difficult to hear you. So you have a little bit of a... Okay. Go ahead. We are listening.
I received admission in an I-20. Currently, I'm in Dubai.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the visa interview in Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian, but after I've finished filling the, I'm not getting a date.
So if you're listening to the podcast from the beginning, so first of all, congrats on the admission. So you worked on the application whilst you're in a different country. So if you're watching us and you're also somewhere else, definitely you can work on your application. So congrats on your admission. There are no dates on the calendar. So if you pay the visa application fee and you're not getting a date, it's not a problem. Continue to monitor the platform. And today, early in the morning, I noticed that there were a lot of October dates available. So continue monitoring the platform. Another thing you can do is that we have a WhatsApp platform. I know most of my friends do. Festus, shout out to Festus. They all have WhatsApp groups. So whenever you join any of these WhatsApp groups, some people call it date hunting groups and all that. When you join any of these WhatsApp groups, so if you send us a direct message on Instagram, we'll add you to it. So whenever there are dates available, posted on the WhatsApp group, then you can quickly be checking. So for where you've gotten to, all you need is to be continue monitoring the platform. You'll definitely get a date. Yes, do you have other questions? All right. Thank you for joining. Let's talk to Odru. Hi, Odru. I think your network was not stable earlier, but I think it should be stable now. Go ahead with your question, sir.
I'm sorry, someone called me. That's why.
No problem.
Please.
Go ahead.
My question is, I said the university that I am preparing my application for, they have clearly stated it on their website that you don't need supervisor approval before you submit application. However, I want to inquire whether I still need to contact professor for graduate assistantship or research assistantship.
All right. So you are now starting your application. Which country are you
Please,
targeting?
I'm correct. Yes, please, Canada.
Okay. So if the university have clearly stated, I've always been talking about the Fred effect, proven ways of getting a full scholarship when you get admission. One of the things is that you need to do what we call request information. So when you visit the university's website, there is a section where you can request information. So when you do that, it means that if there is any information about the program that you need to get, they will send it directly to you. So if you're not emailing anybody at all, you should be able to request information on the university's website. That is one. The second thing is that if the school gives you an opportunity to attend a webinar, sometimes they organize info sections where online info sections. When you join, you have an opportunity to be asking them questions about how the whole scholarship process works. Even if you're not required to secure a supervisor, it is still advisable that you talk to the head of the department. So you see every department, there are lecturers. And among the lecturers, there's somebody who is considered to be the HOD or the director of the program. Send an email, introduce yourself, and express interest in applying to the program. So if there are any other information concerning scholarships, you can ask about it. Also, another thing, so we spoke about emailing, request information, attend info sections, and then on every university's website, they answer frequently asked questions. So read the frequently asked questions, and that should give you enough information to be ready to apply to this program in the first place. You have a second question, I'll be happy to respond to them.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you for joining. And that was Odru joining us from Ghana. Sandra, you're back.
Yes, please.
Okay.
On my DS-160, I chose the school as my what you were
The
talking
entity
about.
paying for the trip.
Yes, please.
Which is not a problem. So if you chose the school, it means that the document, the assistantship letter you have should be enough to go for the interview. There's nothing wrong with that. Mostly with somebody who the school is taking care of everything and you didn't submit a bank statement to them. The ideal thing would have been to choose self and probably hold some amount of bank statement on your on a personal statement, or maybe somebody 2,000, 3,000 bank statements should be okay for. But if you've chosen self, the school is absolutely fine.
Okay. I'm asking because my uncle was suggesting I take another bank statement.
Which is not wrong. If you take it and then they don't ask for it, it's not a problem. But if they do, you have something to show.
Okay, please. Another question is, I got the date for September today.
Mhm.
So for the rescheduling, do I have to begin the process now, or what do I do?
That depends on how ready you are to go for the interview. So the rescheduling is one. You can monitor the calendar, and then when a closer date or a favorable date appears, then you choose that one, which means you are forfeiting the October or the September date you have. Alternatively, you can pay what we call the CVS fee and then request for an expedited appointment. In that case, you upload your service fee payment confirmation page, and then you upload your I-20 and make sure the I-20 is signed as well. And then you indicate that your class is supposed to start, let's say, in July or August. However, the date you have is in September. You would appreciate it if the embassy, gives you an expedited appointment. And earlier, if you request for emergency, the embassy would approve it and give you an opportunity to go and reschedule. But now, in the AVIT portal, when they approve your emergency, the embassy will automatically give you a favorable date. But understand that the emergency request is not guaranteed to be approved. So it could be rejected or it could be approved.
Okay, so then I stick to the reschedule.
All right, that's
Thank you.
absolutely fine. All right, thank you for joining us, Sandra, and all the best. All right, so let's move on. Remember, you can use the link I'm sharing in the comment section to be able to. Ben, go ahead.
Yes. So, Maria, I don't know, the names are sometimes difficult to pronounce. She wants to know that if someone already has tuition-free scholarship from UK school, can the person apply for other scholarships in the UK and other countries? If yes, where can they find some? Okay. So you see, one thing about the tuition-free in the UK that I want to make things clear. You see, most of the times we are all interested in the postgraduate taught courses, which is 1 year. That one is very difficult to find full scholarship. But most of the UK universities are into research-based programs, which sometimes is 2 years. Some schools are trying to make it 1 year, but in most cases, it's 2 years. And this is what happens in with the research-based programs. Some of the universities themselves are sponsoring a research program at the department. So if you are interested in such a program and then you apply, the possibility of you getting full sponsorship is very high. So even though we say that UK is very difficult to get scholarship, it's because we are all interested in postgraduate taught courses, which is basically 1 year. So those of us who still wants to study in the US and are interested in full funding, now think of targeting institutions that are running research-based programs. If you're able to target those institutions, the possibility of you getting full scholarship is very, very high. Very, very high. You get everything will be sponsored for you to come and study. So if you want tuition-free scholarship, you can think around that. So that is what I want to say about that.
All right, great. Thank you for responding, Ben. So remember the Fred Effect team has a collaboration with Argo Visa, and on August 2nd, I'll be interviewing an ex-visa officer. Remember, we've already interviewed a lot of them on the Fred Effect channel. This channel has existed for a long time, and then we've been consistent over the years. So in fact, if you follow us on TikTok or other platforms, you notice that we are consistent in terms of posting, and we've been impacting a lot of lives. This year we have a WhatsApp group that is made up of people who already have their visas approved. Sometimes we are a bit respectful of people's stuff and do not want to post stuff everything on social media. We let the work speak for itself. So we are not going to put somebody's visa on social media. It's not done that way. But we've been behind the scenes. We've been helping a lot of people get their visas approved. So we have a connection with ex-visa officers. We also have people who are experienced in the process to support you when you want to go about getting your visa approved. So if you are preparing for the visa interview, you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you are not part of the Fred Effects, the mock interview platform. Send us a message on X, Twitter, or Facebook, Instagram will add you to the platform. Shout outs to Ed and Deb. They are in Athens. That are my parents in Athens. I don't know if you're watching, but if you're watching, shout outs to them. Anyway, let's move on, Ben. Are there any other questions you want to attend to? If not,
okay, let me look at this one.
Right,
this is from Prince. Yeah, it says, how do I go about searching for UK schools that offer funding for international students, specifically health-related master's program? Prince, it means that yes, last week you didn't join us. We had Dr. Kofi on the show that took us through how we can give AI prompts to ChatGPT to help us search for schools. So my advice would be that go and then revisit our last week podcast. Take some of the prompts that were given to us by Dr. Kofi and then try using it. If after doing that you still need assistance, you can send us message in any of the Fred Effect platform, and you can be in touch with me for further suggestions. Thank you.
Awesome. We move on. Vibes, can you hear me? Your microphone is muted. You have to unmute it. So we are picking people from all angles. We are reading your comment in the comment section. So please be typing them. And then also we'll pick people live. If you request to join us, make sure that you join us in the studio and then your video is on. On TikTok, you can request to join. We'll be happy to respond to your questions. Type your question on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We'll be happy to respond to you as well. Make sure you share. Please share so that other people can benefit from the ideas and information we are sharing today. Hi, Vibes, your microphone is muted. Can you please unmute your microphone here on TikTok so that we can talk? Yes, sir. What's your question, Vibes?
Please, I wanted to find out if I could book a consultation with you and the procedure which I need to take.
All right. So if you check our bio on any of our social media platforms, there will be a link over there, and I can quickly share the link in the comment section as well. So you can click on that and then use that to schedule a one-on-one session with a Fred Effect team. So yes, you can do that. So the link is in the bio. When you click on the bio, you'll see that there is a link there. And I'm also typing it in the comment section. Our team can type it in the comment section for you so that you can use that to schedule a one-on-one meeting with a Fred Effect team. So yes, Vibes, you can do that. Thank you for joining, Vibes. Ben, we have another. Do we have a comment you want to respond to? Okay, let's move on. So let's answer Starbars on YouTube. Ben, whilst I do that, if you can search for the next comment, then we can respond to that right after I'm done with this one. All right. So Starbars is asking, can someone with a low GP of 2.39 get admitted to a master's degree in public health? Yes, you can. We've explained the process, and when you visit the Fred Effect YouTube channel too, we have a video explaining how you can get admission and a scholarship with a low CGPA. First of all, evaluate your transcript. Is it possible that you could refine your CV very well? You can write a good statement of purpose, and the Fred Effect team can help you do that. If you can afford to sit for GRE, please do that. Sometimes you can apply to new programs. Some universities specifically state on their website that they admit individuals with low CGPA. If you check the YouTube video that I made, I explain step by step on how you can get admission with full scholarship. And personally, I recently secured an admission and a scholarship for someone who had a low CGPA from UCC, and this individual has a scholarship that is going to pay their tuition, is giving them accommodation, and it's also going to give them free feeding. So yes, it's possible you can do it. Once you know your weakness, and everybody applying to universities have a weakness. The CGP or the transcript does not define you. Sometimes it might be as a result of sickness or illness. That's why you couldn't, secure a higher CGP, which shouldn't, define your ability to secure admission and scholarship. There is still an opportunity. Seek for help on how to go about it. Obviously, if you need help evaluating your transcript, send us a direct message on Instagram, Facebook, or X. The team will be happy to assist you. Ben, let's move on.
I think today's question is all about transcript evaluation.
Okay, so Jen is asking that, Fred, I evaluated my transcript, but I can't get any fully funded scholarship. Can you help? Yes, we'll be happy to help. The problem with people is that sometimes you have if you have a headache, you don't go and drink medicine for stomach ache. So when you evaluate your transcript, knowing that your transcript is low, you don't go and apply to a school that do not require transcript evaluation. If I don't know, Ben, if that is making sense. So if you evaluate your transcript, your CGPA is going to shoot up. Now, if you are applying to schools, remember that
it makes a lot of sense.
Yes, not every university requires the transcript evaluation. A typical example: Ohio University do not take transcript evaluation. University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa, they don't take transcript evaluation. So even if you pay for transcript evaluation, these universities are not going to accept the evaluated transcript. They still want you to apply with the usual transcript. So if you want to apply to such universities, it means that it would have been better not to even evaluate your transcript. So if your CGPA is low and you evaluate your transcript, understand that the target is to only apply to universities that require transcript evaluation, right? So if you apply to Seton Hall University in New Jersey, if you're applying to Westchester University in Pennsylvania, if you're applying to which you should rather target if you evaluate your transcript. Okay, Dorcas, let's see if Dorcas can hear us. Hi, Dorcas, can you please hear us? Hello, Dorcas. Okay, Dorcas is not hearing us. So Ben, let's go ahead with this one.
Okay, so this is from Henry.
Okay.
Please, I applied for postgraduate education in Manchester Metropolitan University, had admission and was sent my application letter, only for them within some week that I meet the graduate requirement, but I didn't meet WESI requirement. I had D7 in math. At this point, what can I do since they need evidence of a math grade with at least C6 on June 24 to 2026?
Okay.
I think this is an interesting one. So this one, if you don't have it, there is nothing you can do. And that is one thing about the system. As I told you earlier with regards to the English language requirement, if they say minimum of C6, bro, you need to show it. So on this note, and I'm not sure you can now write NOVDEC to cater for it. It's dicey. And I don't know how you are going to prove that you still have strong mathematical background. So if you have an evidence to show, maybe probably they may consider, even that one is 50-50 because they need C6 on your WESI. That is it. With any other criteria, is going to be very difficult for them to prove. So this advice also goes to those who are already in the senior high school. Please, if you have in plan that you want to study, never joke with your WESI. Never joke with it. Make sure that at least when your C6, you get your C6 to get your aggregate 36, and in future you're gonna thank your future self for getting at least C6 for all the courses. So Henry, this I don't know what we will do at this point in time, but if what maybe you can do is you can defer and then write NOVDEC and then make sure that you get the math so that you can add it and then apply next year, which can also work. So be in touch with the school, explain to them, and I'm sure they are going to consider.
All right. So Larry, I don't know if I'm getting the name right. Is it Jank Larry? Is asking that I need more information about benefits of pursuing STEM and non-STEM programs in the US. So when we talk about STEM programs, you're looking at science, technology, engineering, and then mathematics programs. So there are a lot of programs. You can even pursue a public administration, which will still be considered as STEM public administration. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be engineering alone. No, there are some programs that are considered STEM. And so that is a very good question. So if you are pursuing a STEM program in the US, it gives you an opportunity to have 3 years of postgraduate work. So that's what we call OPT, or optional practical training. So if you are pursuing a non-STEM program, then after graduating, if it is a year or two, you have 1 year to work after your studies. However, if it is a STEM program, you have 2 years to work. So 3 years to work, that is 1 year. And then there's an extension of an additional 2 years. Okay. Any other from your end, Ben? So let's see if we can pick people from TikTok as well. You can request on TikTok. We'll be happy to pick you up and then we'll respond to your question. If not, type your questions in the comment section. We are happy to respond to that as well. Let's see if Rek has a question for us. Hi, Rek, if you can hear me, please unmute your microphone and go ahead. Hi, Rek. Hello, Rek.
Hi, Mr. Fred.
Yeah, please go ahead with your question.
I just joined you.
Okay. All right.
I-
If
I-
you don't have a question, no problem. So let people who have questions request to join. So my brother just finished. Okay, let's see. I'm a final year student at UCC studying computer science. I have dreams of furthering my education afterwards. What advice do you have for me, please? Ben, what advice do you have for such a person?
Okay. Yeah. So a dream without action it's not a dream. So it's all about you taking action. And if you check the Fred Effect social media handle, we've made a lot of videos for those who have the passion and they want to begin the process for the first time. So these are valuable resources that you can start going through, listening to some of them, and then maybe after watching 2, 3, 4, 5 videos, it can also help you to make an informed decision. So one thing that you need to understand is that everybody has a dream. Everyone has a dream. But if you don't put in the actions, it's not going to be a dream. So start now. Make sure that it's good you have brought. So even for you to even bring this, it means that you are taking the step. And if you get to a point that if you think you need advice, you need coaching, you need mentoring, that's why the Fred Fair team is there. Reach out to us, and then we will take you through the process step by step for you to achieve that dream that you want. So please, it's not too late. Just take the necessary action, and inshallah, you'll be able to achieve that dream that you are dreaming now.
Okay. Let's see. All right.
Let's check this one. Let me see. Yeah, from Kwaku Enoch. He says, I've gotten admission in the UK. The uni offers £8,000 scholarship. Please, how do I get scholarship for the remaining $15,000? Pounds. Okay, maybe it's pounds that he's trying to use dollars for. Okay, so Kwaku, check your currency figure. UK is pounds, not dollars.
All right.
Okay. In the first place, congratulations to you. Fred, you want to come in?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead with the answer.
Yes. Kwakwa, in the first place, congratulations to you on your admission and then your ability to secure 8,000 scholarship. Charlie, it's not easy. So for you to get this scholarship, it means that you've really done well. So congratulations on that. The 15,000 perhaps is a bit huge. You can still check your university. In some universities, what they do is that they have other internal, like small scholarships. Some of them are in the form of bursaries and other stuff. So you can still find out from the university what other funding opportunities that are available, and check if you qualify to apply, and maybe perhaps they can assist you too. The unfortunate thing is that some universities are such that if you get one scholarship, they don't allow you to apply for the other scholarships. But I don't know your school, so you can give a try and see if they can allow you to apply for that scholarship. There's one common one I think almost most universities run. I think it's something global. Is it something global scholarship? Most universities do it. So that one is separate. I think it is £10,000 flat. So check if your school is into that award, then maybe you can try your hands on and you can get that scholarship as well. But it's not all universities that are into that global scholarship. So check if your university is into it, apply, and then let's see how it goes.
Enoch, thank you very much for your question. Ben, thank you for asking. I promise if you could unmute your microphone, then go ahead with your question. But there's somebody asking, someone is asking, please, what's your take on information circling West delays evaluation? West recently made modifications to their website, and they are very quick. So yes, promise, can you please unmute your microphone and go ahead with your question? Yes, what's your question, please?
Is and then I have a BSc in procurement and logistics and MPhils in logistics and supply chain management, and I want you to help me to get admission in the US.
All right, so you just have to send us your transcript on Instagram, and then the team will respond, letting you.
It's me. I'm not currently in Ghana. I'm at South Sudan. I'm on a UN peacekeeping operation.
Okay.
So here we cannot access the Instagram.
Okay. So we
that's my program now.
We respond to other platforms. So for example, you can send us a direct message on TikTok, X, or maybe Facebook, any other platform.
Yes, and then the TikTok, some people are using fake accounts.
Relax. The fortunate thing is that you are now talking to me on the actual account. So I don't think you should complain about any other thing. About if you have been able to identify the correct account and you're now talking to me, it means you can definitely send me the document here. So please, once you are talking to me here, it means this is the correct account and the number of followers. So if sending us Instagram message is a problem, you're now talking to me here, please send us a message here. We know that a lot of people are using our platform, downloading our videos and scamming people. The good thing is that you have been able to identify the correct one. So please send us your document and we take it from there. And it's good you're mentioning this. So the unfortunate thing is that on TikTok and other platforms, some individuals are using our image videos. They will download our videos and put numbers and emails on them. If you are talking to anybody via email, any other platform like what do we call Telegram, please be careful. Some individuals are scamming people, so please be careful so that you don't fall into such an unfortunate situation. Dauda, how are you doing? Hi, Dauda, how are you doing?
I am good. And you?
Yeah, please go ahead with your question.
Can you hear me?
Please go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, okay. I am an admitted student at Webster University Webster University in the US. Hello?
Go ahead. We can hear you, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Okay. Yeah, I think it's difficult for brother to hear us. So fix your connection, then we can. Please go on. Ben, go ahead.
This one? I think this one was specifically directed to you. So let's see how it goes. Fred, please, what is the disadvantage of someone applying to a course-based program and not research-based? It looks as if only the research-based program has the funding. Please, can you clarify, sir?
Yeah, so I think that's one of the misconceptions people have about the study abroad process. No, it's not true that only the research-based programs have funded. I did an MPA, which was not research-based, but it was fully funded. So that is one of the misconceptions people have. Okay, let's see if we can answer more questions on TikTok as well. Okay, so Fred, I need advice. I had an admission to a school with 20% scholarship, and the fact is I can't make the money for the fees. My thought is to forgo that offer and do application for scholarship. Yes, if you cannot afford it, it means that you have to next time apply with scholarship in mind. That means that you need a scholarship to be able to go through the process. So I agree with you. Dauda, can you hear us now? Hi, Dauda.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Go ahead with your question.
Yeah,
Everything
I'm
is
good.
clear.
Really, okay. Well, really, I have scheduled my visa interview date, which is going to be on the 5th of May. But really, the last time I went there for interview, I was rejected. But I don't know really what can I do to improve my status so that when I go this time around, I'll get my visa.
That's a
why I
good
say
question. It's good that you are trying again. First of all, try and join mock interview platforms. The Fred Effect has one. Send us a message on any of our social media platforms. We'll add you. 2, try to see if you can work on what has changed on your profile. So the DS-160 that you're going to complete for this interview, they will ask you if you've been to the embassy before. The answer is yes. Then you have an opportunity to explain what has changed. I have had an interview with an ex-visa officer who explained how you should fill this part of the DS-160. Very important. Consistency. You've already been to the interview. They have your information in their system already. So remember that there is no need to contradict yourself for some of the information you had already told them in the earlier DS-160. Very important. Also, build on your confidence. Most people get denied because they fumble or they are not confident, don't know what to say. So if you're able to do something different this time around, change something around your application. So you got a document called 214B. The 214B states reasons why they are refusing you. Inability to probably show home ties, funding section, going to a good school, being a genuine student. So work on the 214B document. See if you can tick all the boxes that are indicated there. So if in terms of home ties, what actually will bring you back home? How do you show your home ties? So if you're able to critically look at the DS-160, look at the 214B document, it will give you an idea how you can prepare to be able to qualify as a student. Do you get it? All right. Thank you for joining. Dauda. All right. Kelly, how are you doing? Please unmute your microphone and go ahead. All right. Kelly, please unmute your microphone and go on. All right. Kelly, can you please hear me? Yes, please go ahead with your question, sir.
Yeah, please, I'll be contemplating about something. I already had the marketing with 2.9.
Are you using a headset? You seem to be breaking. Okay, Kelly is having difficulties. All right, so we are wrapping up. It's been a good session. Remember, at the end of the month, every week, this will be the Q&A session. If you're ending here, it means that you can rewatch what today's episode was about. Next week, we are interviewing an ex-visa officer. If you are preparing for a visa interview, you can't afford to mix it. What questions do you have for the ex-visa officer? Send it to us in the comment section or in our Instagram DM, Facebook DM, XDM, or even TikTok. Then we'll be happy to respond to them. If you know anybody preparing for a visa interview, they can't afford to mix it. So it will be the same time, but May 2nd, 2026, and then we'll have the ex-visa officer on. We'll be asking the questions live. What actually do they depend on to approve or deny people's visas? If you learn from this, it makes you confident when you are preparing for your visa interview. The name has been the Fred Effect. I did this with Ben. Ben is in the UK. He was my co-host, and the Fred Effect team is happy to help you. Shout outs to Josie, making everything happen. Shout outs to Rebecca. Shout outs to Louisa. Shout outs to Emmanuel, and also John, who makes all our designs and all that. Patrick, Edna, shout outs to everyone. So it's a huge team behind what we do. The faces you see are what comes on camera, but there are a lot of people behind building the whole Fred Effect team. All right, so it's been a great session. Thank you for joining. We will be happy to assist you. If you have a high school qualification, send us your your transcript or your high school document. It doesn't matter whether you have D7, E8. There is always a school for everyone. I need you to be confident and understand that whatever results you have is because you are not, there's a school that is looking for you. You are looking for schools that are not looking for you. That's why you are not getting admission. You are not getting a scholarship. Also, the Fred Effect team has payment services. If you are preparing for any payment services, whether you are paying for enrollment deposit, service fee, visa application fee, you want to do transcript evaluation, whatever payment, if you have wards here and they want to pay their fees, but you are in Ghana, you don't have a means to get it to them, talk to the Fred Effect team. We'll be happy to assist you to do that. Join our WhatsApp group. It's a platform that we've created close to 10 years now. We've had opportunity to assist thousands of people to get their visa approved. We meet every day to help people prepare for their visa interview. And also, we have a connection with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of ex-visa officers. Use the link I'm sharing on the screen to be able to schedule a meeting, one-on-one section with an ex-visa officer to go through your document, to have a mock session with you before you go for the visa interview. If you use this link, the Fred Effect stands to benefit from it. So help the brand to grow. Use the link. Remember to share with a friend who wants to study abroad as well. This has been the Study Abroad podcast with the Fred Effect team. Ben, any final words? Then we end it here.
Thank you for the privilege. I want to send a sincere thanksgiving to all our audience. If not for them, I think this live show wouldn't have been possible. So we thank you all for always making the time to join us. And as we have always been saying, now or this current age, we should be more successful in studying abroad compared to 10 years back. So if you are in this generation, give thanks to God. If you are struggling, or if you are going through or you don't understand the process, thank God. That is why we have the Fred Effect. So always reach out to us and we will do our best to assist you through the journey. So have a wonderful weekend. God willing, next week we shall be with you.
So yeah, we'll come your way next week with another session. Please be positive and understand that everything will be fine. Like we always say, there is a school for everyone. There are proven strategies of doing this process and you'll be successful. People are indeed getting admission, getting the scholarship, getting interview dates. Those who are complaining without doing the process, getting interview dates, getting appointment, getting the visa approved to study abroad. So you can also do it. The name has been the Fred Effect. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine. We'll see you next week with an interview with an ex-visa officer, May 2nd. Please don't forget to join.